said, it gives us great joy to be having him over here. As you know, he's the world's superstar. I mean, in Africa, here we're all proud of him. One of our favorite, well, my favorite song is Classic Man. And, you know, I'm sure I'll be there tomorrow to dance to it. And, you know, it's from the entire staff and associates. We would like to, you know, say a big, big, big welcome to Jidenna, right? You know, and we hope that this will not be the end. That anytime we think of Africa, Accra, Marriott, Accra will be the first place in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Right, so also with us here today, we're delighted to have Shila from Afrozones, and I'm sure most of you know her already. She is the host of the very first syndicated Afrobeat radio show on US Radio and head of Zone. So, Sheila, if you can please come up just for a second. Give her a hand. Yeah. Yeah, Sheila's got a spot. Of course. Thank you very much. Right, so members of the GH Media, the classic man is here. And most of you probably do not know that his name Jidenna also means hug the father. Did I get that right?
To hold the father.
To hold the father. Beautiful. It's very, very important. So he's all here. Would you want him to say something before you start asking your questions, or you like to hear from the man straight?
We would like to hear from him first.
Mr. Mustafa?
I think we should hear from him first.
Classic man. Here are you. A big hand.
I'll keep it short and sweet, as my father was never a fan of long grammar. But I'll say thank you all for welcoming me here. It's been a long time coming, my first time in Accra. I want to thank Afrozones and Charterhouse for bringing me out on this trip. Sheila, Owen, and I go way back, and it's been something that we've talked about since she first worked with me in Lagos and bringing me there. So to be here, honestly, especially on the eve of the year of return, as President Akufo-Addo has appropriately named this next year, 2019, the 400-year anniversary of the transatlantic slave trade. I do not take it lightly that I'm here on this turn of the year. This is a time for us in the African diaspora and a time for us in the African continent to not think of ourselves as distant from each other, but make sure that we understand that there's only one tribe. Regardless of our religion, our ethnic identity, our languages, our country borders that we do not make, there's only one tribe. And so I hope that 2019 is a year where we truly understand that, and that the wave of African people around the world, the wave of music and entertainment that has taken the entire world by storm, is just the beginning of a larger renaissance for everybody. So I thank you all sincerely because, of course, Ghana in 1957 received its independence, and Nigeria followed shortly thereafter in 1960. And here we are years later, still fighting to establish ourselves as countries and a continent with integrity and with respect for each other and respect from the entire world. I think the thing we need most in these times is faith in each other, courage, and love. These are the things that will guide us in these times. And if we change this year, change these next 10 years, that will change the next 100 years and determine the next 1,000 years of history. So I thank you all for bringing me out. We're going to have a great time in a couple, actually tomorrow now.
Yeah, tomorrow.
We're here tomorrow. And I have some special guests I'm bringing out, and it's going to be a lovely time. I already know my guy Burner Boy is also flying in. That's fanboy for me. So I'm just excited for the whole lineup. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see the town. I'm sure I'm going to see some festivities that I've never seen before, some places I've never seen. And I thank you all for welcoming me.
Thank you.
Right, so I think at this point, we'll take some questions if there are any for the classic man. Of course, he mentioned Burna Boy, who's also flying in tomorrow morning, and you're welcome to meet him at the airport. Tell you what time does he arrive? At about 10?
Yeah.
10. Great. Okay. So at 10 at the airport, you're welcome to invite to welcome Burna Boy at the airport. Then we've also got Fuse ODG, who, but for a last-minute engagement, he couldn't make it. He was supposed to have joined us here this morning, but he couldn't make it. He's also in town. Then, of course, R2Bs is also performing, AMG Medical performing, Kwesiata performing, Kili, Kwame Eugene, Kim Promise, Wendy Shea, and a host of other artists. So it's going to be a great party out there at the Fantasy Dome tomorrow evening. And of course,
People are doing it now. There's a lot of artists that are crossing over. Local artists, Stonebwoy here, Shatta Wale, of course. Wizkid, I think, has made the furthest inroads. Davido as well. Tiwa, but I think that we want to see a lot more than exists in the States. Europe is good. UK is good, you know what I'm saying? Rest of the world, good. America is the hardest place to crack. Fela didn't crack it in his lifetime. Bob Marley cracked it for a certain group of people, but black people at the time, when Marley was alive, didn't even feel him in the States the way they did post-mortem. And I think there's a reason for that. I think that the next step, and I'm going to tell everybody I meet here, people on the stage tomorrow, other artists that Sheila and I know, you have to not just go for shows. In the same way that American artists come here and they just fly in for the show and then leave, not understanding the culture. It's the same thing for African artists. You have to go and not just go to some fancy Hollywood place. Chill in the hood where black people actually are, the suburbs where black people are. Understand that culture and respect it. Understand the history. The reason why Afro Zones does well is because Sheila understands the city. You know, her whole staff, they get it. So she's a bridge as well. The artist to really understand, that's the way. When you actually live for just, you know, a little bit of time, don't do the Hollywood thing. If you do that, then your lyrics will change. And in America, people want, it's a time of chaos with, you know, Mr. Trump, and honestly, it's been like that. He's just uplifting the soil and the truth that's already there. He didn't create it, he's just revealing it. So if people go with that mentality, and if lyrics touch more than just the typical, like, you know, I want to marry you, I can get you diamond rings, that thing. If it's deeper, then I think that it'll reach further and not just be a fashionable fad. And that's the risk that we have.
Okay, we've got 3 more questions to take, then we'll wrap it up. So if there's anybody, that was that. Yeah.
We all know you are a fashion enthusiast. So we'd like to know if tomorrow's show we are going to see some fashion incorporated into your stage performance. Are you going to see you walk with models? You know.
You know, I'm into style more than fashion. You know, I'm admittedly ignorant about fashion. I don't know anything. I don't know many designers. I know the designers that work with me. I know the tailors that I work with. I know, and I care about African designers, African tailors. So I'm learning. You know, I'm a young child when it comes to fashion, to be honest. Even though everybody looks at me like that, it's something that I have to learn. Style is a little bit different, you know. Yes, I'm gonna come in some fresh threads always. I got to, and I expect the audience will come in their freshest threads as well. But to me, the most important thing is that we build industries around the fashion. So Ankara fabric, the name Ankara, I grew up thinking it was like a Nigerian word. And then I thought it was an African word. Oh, maybe it's not Nigerian. It's not. It's named after Ankara, Turkey. The fabrics are not from here, not made here. That's what I care about. And now I don't care what I'm wearing, what you know, European design. I'm not into that. I'm into ownership. So everything, but minus my shoes usually, are made by people of African descent in the diaspora of the continent. That's what we should be caring about. The next step is to make sure that the fabric, the textures, the textiles are made here. So that's what we should be caring about, not what this watch, how much this watch costs, how much this shirt costs. How much? Get a factory. I'll be impressed by the next man or woman that has a factory that's making that. And let me have that. I'll take that product, wear it on Instagram. I'll do whatever. I'll support anybody that's making textiles or making anything, honestly, because we don't trade enough with each other. All our money goes outside. So that's what I care about the most.
Yes, Cyrus.
Any collaborations in Ghana?
Yeah, I haven't told them. I've done some. So Sarkodie is my boy. Visa. I also want to say I didn't get to collaborate with her, but I was a big fan of Ebony. So peace be upon her. I really thought that she was the future, honestly, here and for Africa and for the world. But yeah, those are a couple that I'm willing to mention. Easy. We're gonna get up and finish some records that we started. So definitely some things in the tuck. I have a couple albums coming out this year because I took last year to just be in the lab, and now this year I got a lot of music to release.
All right, gentlemen.
And ladies.
And ladies. Yes, ladies. A few ladies around. Thank you all very much for coming. Okay, I'll be nice. If anybody has any question, I think I can take the last one. We're working with time, but we started a bit late. That's how come. Don't want to stay here past 1. And I know you guys, before he gets out, I know a few of you might want to hold him on the corner and ask a question or two. Let's do that now. If anybody has any last question, we can take it quickly. Else we say thank you. You're all wonderful people, that's why I love you. So we'll see you tomorrow morning at the airport to welcome Burna Boy, and then we'll see you later on in the evening at Fantasy Dome for a great party. Plastic Man, thank you very much. Sheila, thank you very much. Frank, thank you very much. And let's have a ball. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you very much. Yeah, let's do some pictures. Yes, everyone can do some pictures. Yeah. Do you guys want to have a picture? One, yeah, I think it's important.
So that's important.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So you take it.